I don't know who this is meant for, but let me assure you that great men are not always wise men. Job chapter 32, verse 9. It says, great men are not always wise men, nor do the age always understand justice. I like how message translation puts it. It says, the experts have no corner on wisdom. Getting old does not always guarantee good sense. I don't know if you have had the misfortune of discussing your big goals with someone who you thought will encourage you, give you strategies, but left with disappointment. I've been there before. It was so painful because this person was supposed to be someone that I see as my second daddy. When we were younger, we call them big daddy. So it was my big daddy, kind of. And I had to share some of these ideas that were burning in my mind and all that. And he laughed. I would think that laugh was just like, wow, what's and the words that came out of his mouth following that laughter left me broken. And it was a testament to the fact that I should learn to keep the visions of God to my chest, just like Joseph learned the hard way. So but then I think so many people are still falling into this trap of wanting to always share and at times overshare some ideas that God is giving to them. There are people who are old but are not wise. I mean, on the outside, they can look like your testimony, people you want to grow, your role model. They can appear to be wise, to be of age and to be in position that you aspire for. But in reality, they are blank, they are dumb, they are not resourceful. And so sharing your ideas with them to some extent can even sound competitive, and they can switch into competition mode and run you down. So, especially in the corporate world, I mean, especially in the corporate world, you have to be strategic, and you have to be careful who you share your ideas and vision with. Having said that, there are people who on the outside appear to be wise, appear to be old, but they have not come to the place of wisdom. The Bible talk about Naban. The Bible describe him as a wise man, but the Bible said he was a foolish man as well. Was a rich man and a foolish man. So wealth does not necessarily mean that people are wise. Age does not guarantee wisdom. Positional attainment does not guarantee wisdom. And you must be very careful of exposing yourself, exposing your dreams, exposing your ideas to people who cannot sustain big ideas, who cannot help you think through your ideas. You must be very careful. And how do you recognize these people? You recognize them by how they even treat themselves. They see whatever they have achieved in life as as circumstance, as happenstance. It's not really by their own strategies or their own efforts. They go through life. Anybody who started a career at some point or the other will just go through the rank. Somehow will go through the rank. Maybe not at the right pace, but somehow will go through the rank in at some point, you know. And you are coming way back behind them, and you are thinking this person has attained this height. He should have wisdom. Is no, he does not have wisdom. So people who you can speak to are people who have track record, who you can investigate and who you have investigated and you have seen that their life, their result are product of strategies of what they have done, what they have put in place, and you see it around them, and you can testify to how they have helped one or two other persons to attain or to be on the path of greatness. Then that's someone you can speak with. All right. So there are people who have grown into adults and but do shameful things. All right. They have no character, no morals, no fear of God. All right. They are found in our families, like that my big daddy. All right. They are found in our offices, in our churches. An older man or woman who you expect, right, to help you, to teach you, to give you morals, but to rebuke you from doing evil. But rather than that, they encourage you, right? They themselves, they are found in those strange and shameful things. All right. So you in fact, to a large extent, people change. Bible recorded of Solomon that when he was of age, even his wife stoned his heart against God to worship idols. So you want to say Solomon, a great Solomon, a wise Solomon, all right, who at the peak of his life, princes, royalties from all over the world came to consult him for strategies of how to rule their kingdom, how to go about life, how to do things, and he was providing consultancy. In fact, Solomon should be one of those who is the grandfather of consultancy, because that was what he was providing for the rulers of his generation. So kings were coming to his light. That's now for Solomon, that Isaiah's prayer was a reality. Kings were coming to his light because he had that light. But the Bible recorded that at the tail end of his life, at old age, where he was supposed to to have, where you would think that gray hair is now wisdom. The Bible recorded that his heart was turned against God and decided to worship idols. Therefore, be careful. The world is corrupt. The world is in a time of unprecedented corruption and anti-biblical philosophies are all over the place. When you face challenges, what do? Pray. Ask God, the giver of all things, all good things. What do I do with this? How do I go about this? And if he wants to speak with someone, he would instruct you. Who do I talk to? He will lead you, he will guide you, he will instruct you. Not necessarily by giving you a name, but at times by creating a relationship that you never saw coming. Someone will just walk into your life, or you just have a contact with someone around that time that can give you strategies, help, instructions around actualizing this idea, this novel idea that is busting in your mind. So you must be careful when God grants you ideas of who to share them with. Don't learn the hard way. Don't learn like Joseph. Don't learn like me. I left battered. I left that. I can't forget that experience. And in fact, I wrote it in one of my books. I wrote not one of my books, a published book that is available now in the market, right? So that when that vision comes to reality, and when I have to speak to people or to young people, I'll open to that page of that book, I'll read that line, and I'll say, this is what I was talking about. This is the vision, right? That I was talking about with that man, and is now a reality, and that's it. Because I know that even right now, I'm on the path of that actualization of that dream. But someone who I consulted to discuss this with could not even sustain it. The Bible recorded of Mary. There are so many lessons we learn in the story of the birth of Jesus Christ and the drama that around it. One of the very strange things I learned from that story is the Bible recorded that after the angels discussed all of these things with Mary, the Bible recorded that Mary kept these things to her and pondered upon them. There was no place where the Bible recorded that Mary had to go and talk to Joseph or talk to his parents. I mean, or sorry, her parents. The Bible recorded that she brooded on it. She thought through it. She kept it to herself. I think that's something we need to learn in our generation: the art of keeping quiet, of not always writing or talking or saying or looking for advice all over the place, because wisdom is not always in age. I see God giving you wisdom in Jesus' name. God bless you.